Sports are also a cultural unifier that brings Americans together to cheer on Team USA at the Olympics. The Olympics provide some of the most iconic moments in sports history. Who can forget the legendary 1980 Miracle on Ice, when Team USA hockey brought home the gold and triumphed over the Soviet Union? It's one reason why Team USA athletes are often considered cultural heroes who inspire the next generation. But our athletes didn't just wake up one day being able to compete at an elite level. They earned it from blood, sweat, and tears, literally produced from countless years of training and sacrifice to pursue their dreams of earning that coveted title, Olympian. To pursue that dream with confidence, sports requires a culture of integrity built on fair competition and following the rules of play. When an athlete cheats, it undermines the value and existence of sports.
Welcome back to Right View Nation, the home of unapologetic truth, bold patriotism, and a burning passion for the American spirit. If you believe in fairness, integrity, and standing up for our country's heroes, then you're in the right place. Today, we've got a bombshell, and it involves our Olympic athletes being betrayed on the global stage. Grab your coffee, buckle up, and let's dive in. You know, growing up in America, sports weren't just something you did on weekends. They were a rite of passage, a way to learn discipline, loyalty, and grit. Whether it's Friday night football or watching the stars and stripes rise at the Olympics, sports have always been one of the purest expressions of the American soul. Our athletes, our Olympians, are more than competitors. They are warriors. They are ambassadors. They are the living proof that in this nation, with enough heart and hard work, you can reach the top. But guess what? That sacred system, our honor in sports, is under attack.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you for convening this hearing today. Sports are more than just a game. They're a critical part of our culture that teaches valuable life lessons such as teamwork, discipline, communication, respect, and perseverance. Sports are also a cultural unifier that brings Americans together to cheer on Team USA at the Olympics. The Olympics provide some of the most iconic moments in sports history. Who can forget the legendary 1980 Miracle on Ice, when Team USA hockey brought home the gold and triumphed over the Soviet Union? It's one reason why Team USA athletes are often considered cultural heroes who inspire the next generation. But our athletes didn't just wake up one day being able to compete at an elite level. They earned it from blood, sweat, and tears, literally produced from countless years of training and sacrifice to pursue their dreams of earning that coveted title, Olympian. To pursue that dream with confidence, sports requires a culture of integrity built on fair competition and following the rules of play. When an athlete cheats, it undermines the value and existence of sports. Cheating can take many forms, including the use of performance-enhancing drugs known as doping, that give an athlete an unfair advantage over their opponents. Doping should have no place in sports. And I would say I am glad doping is not a major problem in the United States Senate. Else we might have senators with unusually enlarged tongues and an ability to be loquacious at a level that was truly painful. But it is also why 190 countries, including the United States, support the World Anti-Doping Agency's mission to, quote, lead a collaborative worldwide movement for doping-free sport, which is mandatory for participation in the Olympic movement. In fact, the United States withheld $3.6 million of taxpayer funding and dues for WADA in fiscal year 2024, the most of any other country, to monitor and enforce against doping in sports, including at the Olympics. The next highest contributor is Japan, who spends $1.5 million per year, less than half of what the U.S. pays. Sadly, confidence in WADA is at an all-time low. Recent news reports reveal that WADA did not enforce the doping rules to block 23 Chinese swimmers who tested positive from performance-enhancing drugs from competing in the 2021 Tokyo Olympics. WADA's decision to not enforce these rules may very well have impacted the Olympic swimming competition results for Ms. McLaughlin, one of our witnesses today, who competed against these athletes in Tokyo. This not only harms Team USA, but it undermines the integrity of the doping-free sports mission that WADA claims to uphold. In advance of the 2024 Paris Games, Senator Cantwell and I jointly sent a letter to WADA asking for documents regarding the 2021 doping scandal. We also called for action to guarantee fair competition for Team USA at the upcoming Paris Olympics. WADA not only refused to provide answers to this inquiry and other government inquiries, but allowed the same Chinese athletes to compete again in the 2024 Paris Olympic Games without any consequence. Shortly thereafter, the International Olympic Committee announced that Salt Lake City, Utah, would be the host city for the 2034 Winter Olympic Games. News reports indicated that the IOC, likely in cooperation with WADA, took an unprecedented move to demand that Utah officials sign a contract to recognize, quote, the supreme authority of the WADA in order to host the Olympic Games in Salt Lake City. It is shocking that WADA, whom we rely upon to ensure fair competition, not only refuses to be transparent and accountable, but appears to have made unfair demands of a United States city to stymie legitimate federal investigations into its role in the swimmer doping scandal. Last year, I explicitly called for withholding U.S. taxpayer dollars from WADA until it returns to its mission and is transparent about its handling of the swimmer doping scandal. I intend to continue this call. I look forward to hearing from our witnesses on what else we can do to ensure WADA is held accountable and that our American athletes are fully protected. Thank you.
Ranking Member Cantwell.
Thank you.
Chairman Ted Cruz just lit a fire under a scandal so rotten it makes you sick to your stomach. We're not talking about a minor oversight here, folks. We are talking about 23 Chinese swimmers who tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs and still competed in the 2021 Tokyo Olympics. Let that sink in. These weren't minor violations. This wasn't an honest mistake. This was cheating, plain and simple, and the World Anti-Doping Agency, WADA, turned a blind eye. They swept it under the rug. And while they were busy protecting Chinese athletes, Team USA was competing against juiced-up frauds. This isn't just about swimming. This is about integrity. It's about a double standard where American athletes train for years, bleeding, sweating, sacrificing, only to be sabotaged by a system that's gone soft on foreign cheaters. Our athletes didn't train to come second to corruption. They didn't work their whole lives to be cheated out of their dreams because a global agency would rather appease China than stand for fairness. And let's not forget, we fund this nonsense. The United States gives WADA $3.6 million a year. That's more than any other country. Japan gives half of that. And yet, somehow, our athletes are the ones getting screwed. You paying attention yet? Now here's the part that really ticks me off. Salt Lake City, yes, an American city, was recently chosen to host the 2034 Winter Olympics. But guess what? The International Olympic Committee and WADA demanded that Utah officials sign a contract recognizing WADA's supreme authority. Excuse me? Supreme authority? Over an American city? Since when does a foreign-controlled agency get to dictate terms to the United States? What's next? Signing loyalty pledges to the Chinese Communist Party. This is exactly what happens when you let global bureaucrats run unchecked. They're not interested in fairness. They're interested in power. And they'll steamroll over American sovereignty to get it. Let me be crystal clear. It's time to defund WADA. We don't pay taxes so a crooked global agency can stab our athletes in the back. We don't pay for our nation's sons and daughters to be second-class citizens on the world stage. And we sure as hell don't fund organizations that put Chinese cheaters above American champions. Senator Cruz is right. Cut the funding until WADA is held accountable. Until they come clean about what really happened in Tokyo. Until they stop stonewalling U.S. investigations. And until they stop bullying American cities into submission. To every young athlete out there, know this: we see you. We support you. And we're going to fight like hell to make sure the game is fair, the rules are followed, and America always has a fair shot. We will not be silenced. We will not back down. And we will not accept a world where our champions are robbed by corruption hiding behind Olympic rings. This is Right View Nation. And here, we stand for truth, justice, and the red, white, and blue. If you're tired of seeing America play second fiddle to China, if you believe our athletes deserve better, and if you're ready to stand against global corruption, then hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video. Drop a comment below with Defund WADA now, if you're with us. This is Right View Nation, where patriots rise, the truth lives, and America always comes first. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.